Today's topic is today started last night. So what does that mean? And some of you might know this. Your mom always thinks it's crazy. My day today started last night. Last night, when I changed out of my work clothes to comfortable clothes to go upstairs and watch TV and read, I laid out the clothes I'm wearing today, so I don't have to think about it the next day. So if I get up, I'm not having to sort through all my stuff. And I get onto you guys about this occasionally. I might get ready for tomorrow, tonight. So I always lay out my clothes depending on, like today, I'm working from home. I'm really casual. If I was meeting with clients or reps and going to my office, I would have dressed a little bit differently. But my clothes were laid out. I didn't have to think about that kind of shit. I looked at my calendar last night and said, what's going on tomorrow? What do I have? Who do I have? So I know what's happening. I planned out my whole week. I'm usually about 2 weeks out of my calendar. Depending on how you do it in your career, it might be a little differently. Now, maybe Jack is an HVAC running a business. He's going to really have to be out there because he'll have appointments, or maybe Riley with baseball games, but it just depends. But plan your day out the night before. We talk about this too. You go out to eat, you're burning an hour and a half of your pay just eating, and a lot of times it's not the best food. So pre-pack your meals, pre-pack your snacks, gas up your car. We've had one of you on here, especially, we had this conversation recently, getting gas every day. Suck it up, gas up your car, charge up your car if you're driving a Tesla or whatever. Get all those little things done the night before. It's a lot easier to spend 15 or 20 minutes the night before. So when you roll out of bed the next morning, you hit the ground running, don't hit the snooze. That's another one of my pet peeves. One alarm and done, if that. When you get a regular sleep patterns situated or set up, you don't even need an alarm most of the time, but still set one just in case. So the night before, you've laid out your clothes, you've made sure your car's gassed up on the way home or whatever, ready to go the next day. Maybe you meal prepped for the whole week. Planned out some of your meals. Get 8 hours of sleep. The average person needs 7 to 8 hours. I've determined that I need at least 8 hours is my perfect amount of sleep. You know, not much more. You get groggy, you can go a little bit less. But as I've gotten older, 8 hours of sleep. You know, when I was younger, I thought I could live on 5 or 6, but you're not, and you're always lagging, and that's why you sleep till noon on the freaking weekends and waste your day. So, again, your sleep the night before determines how well you do the next day. So for brain fog or sluggishness or whatever, eating breakfast, lay your breakfast out. You know, all this sounds like simple shit, but it's stuff I've been telling you guys since you're like 12, and you had the ability to reason and you needed to do this kind of stuff and weren't feeding you. But same thing, laundry. Pick a day or 2 a week, or 3, depending on how active you are, and do your laundry those days. Shop for groceries. You know, when you go out and buy groceries and just kind of buy what you want, you end up with a whole bunch of shit. You don't have anything to make a meal with. So meal prep for that. Think about meals when you go shopping, and buy complete meals. So when you come home from work, if you're tired or whatever, you're like, hey, I've got an easy meal set up in here, or I know this day or two I come home early, or you know, Sundays, again with the meal prep, I might make something really big and I can eat on it for a couple of days. All little things that can change your life in the world we live in, and take out some stress. I mean, there's no need. I don't like stress. That's one of the reasons that people like Steve Jobs did this kind of stuff. You might notice some of these famous people, at least in the past when they were doing this, all wore the same clothes every day. It's called this decision fatigue. So they would take out the decisions of their life, because you make enough decisions already. So the little ones they could take out, they would. So that's why I take out having to wake up in the morning and figure out what I'm gonna wear. You know, look at the fucking weather, pick the appropriate clothes the night before, set them out, roll out, shower, whatever, get dressed and get going. If you're gonna have if you're gonna work out after work or work out during work or whatever, pack a bag the night before. Don't be running around trying to pack stuff, because that just leads to you being late, you speed, nothing good happens then. And as Grandpa always said, and I take this to heart, if you're not 5 minutes early, you're already late. So don't be late to work. And that's why people are late. Well, I had to find some clothes to wear. I had to try to find breakfast. I tried to put some stuff together to eat. I didn't have my gym bag packed. My car was on fumes with gas. These are all controllables that you can control, as we talked about. So control these controllables, get this out of the way. That way every morning is nice. You know, like mom sets the coffee up, I wake up, my coffee's made, I feed the dogs, I go come read. Occasionally I shoot these videos. So think about all these little things like that, and how you can control how your morning starts off, how your day starts off, by planning just for 5, 10, 15 minutes the night before. It makes a huge difference.